one of you guys that listen to the podcast faithfully by the name of Chelsea, you happened to hit us up on the Instagram and you were like, hey, I love you guys podcast. The Baddies were filming Baddies USA Chapter 2 in Arizona recently, and my friend happened to get a few clips because he was at the same restaurant, and I figured why not show y'all. So she was able to send us 2 clips, which is like basically like inside footage as to what was going on. So we are going to share that with you guys right now. You know, shout out to you, Chelsea. I'm about to play the first clip now.
This the kind of beat to go, this the kind of beat to go, this the kind of beat to go, rock, top, top.
Blah, blah, blah.
Welcome back to another episode of the Petty Headquarters. I'm your host, Tiana Locke, and this is
Jessie Strange.
And we are back at it again with another episode, y'all.
Yeah, so welcome, guys, to the Petty Posse. Thank you guys for returning. And for those of you who are new, we're the Petty Headquarters podcast. We cover things like reality TV, internet culture, celebrity culture, and like today, baddies.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean,
without further ado, let's just get into this week's dose of mess. Okay.
Yeah.
So the Baddies USA Chapter 2 super trailer just dropped.
4 minutes and 30 seconds of...
Can you take it to the Baddies? All right, hold on. The window's open.
Oh, you opened it?
Ass fat, yes you know, yes you know. All right, I'm back. So yes, the Baddies USA Chapter 2 super trailer just dropped, and that shit looks insane, and we're gonna fucking cover it and talk about what we see and what we think is gonna go down.
Exactly.
All right.
I'm excited. I mean, not really.
Yeah, no, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. Looking at this damn trailer, the first thing that's coming to mind is like, somebody gonna die.
Yeah, it feels extra dark.
Somebody gonna die. Yeah, right? It feels mad dark. Like, I'm just like...
And I'm trying to understand and also keep in mind, like, is it the way they edited it to make it feel darker than what it actually is? But there's something different about this trailer than all the other trailers. I don't know.
What do you think is so different?
I think that, you know, what's his name? Lemmy took a page out of, what's his name, Playbook, that director that does the scary music, not Tyler Perry. Who's the guy who did Us?
Oh, Jordan Peele?
Jordan Peele.
What?
Yeah, you know how he did that remix?
Yes. Dun, 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 dun.
Yes. Yes. I feel like he took a page out of his playbook. Right. Because why does that feel scary?
It feels scary, right? But not gonna lie, that shit was kind of lit.
I know, it was annoying how lit it was. Then I'm like, damn, he got rid of, was it Mike Cash?
Matt Cash. Yo, no, you know what? He probably didn't even get rid of Matt Cash.
No, he probably writes for him.
Probably still there, but I feel like it just makes more sense to have either him or Natalie.
Or you pay less people and you are the one.
That's
Remember?
it.
He's Diddy Jr. You know what I mean? So
oh my God.
He's smart. But anyways, back to the trailer. It feels extra scary.
It feels extra scary.
But I also feel like that music makes that, it can add some difference. I don't know. But a lot of the sentiment is that this is a very dark season.
Yes. Yes. It's just really interesting to me. Before we even get into this trailer, it's crazy to see the evolution of some girls that came on the show in the beginning and, you know, to how they act now after being on 3, 4, 5, 6 seasons. Like, it's crazy to see the evolution. Like, you start off humble.
Yeah.
You know,
cute.
you mad, chill, you're relatable. And then as the seasons go on, you just become super entitled. You become just like not relatable anymore or likable.
Or you become the same things that you came in fighting against.
Exactly. And I feel like seeing Big Lex in this trailer, like her energy is just very like dark for some reason.
She's
like,
spitting.
Yeah, like she's spitting.
She's spinning.
I feel like season 1, Big Lex would have never done no shit like
no,
that.
she was cute, believed it. Like you could tell she was naive.
Right.
You can tell this was before she danced truly with the devil.
Right. And I feel like with this season, it looks like she's really dancing with it. She's the devil. She's becoming the devil.
Yeah.
She's dancing more with the devil, and I'm like, why does this needs to be studied, like how every single one of them end up starting off super humble and cool and then end up like, oh,
I mean, that's what it does to you. That's what the industry does to you, especially that side. There are definitely different parts of the industry. Some of them are more obviously are I think, better than others.
Right.
But this side, the way Zeus makes their money, the way the ratings come in, the people it attracts, like, be real. Like, that's a dark energy. And it's always been that way. It's just gotten massive.
Yeah.
It's gotten really big. And we will be talking about those details. I want to get into that detail in the Patreon video, guys. If you guys are not subscribed, definitely go. I know it's a $10 tier, so I get it if you can't afford it. But if you can, we definitely appreciate it on our end because, we are trying to build this platform and trying to expand and make more content. But in order to do that, we do need support. So we will be getting into those thoughts on our Patreon later on today.
Right.
But anyways, going back to the thing, it's crazy how like massive it's become, right? Like even in the trailer, you see all these venues. Now it's like massive venues. It's not just a club booking.
Yes.
It's literally renting out the whole thing specifically for baddies.
To perform.
Right. Because like even the way, the format in which the original, like not the original, but the beginning of Baddies has also changed compared to what it is now.
Yeah.
Now they're just touring.
Yeah.
And they're not staying in the same house.
No, yeah.
And you can kind of tell in the trailer that also is occurring, like the separation between a group of people. We don't see a lot of these girls in the same place.
Right, no.
Which is interesting, and I'm not really feeling that format.
Yeah, I like when they're all in the same place because I feel like it just creates more organic content that way.
For sure.
But, when we see the trailer, we see how, this is the formula. Start us off with the cute shit, sweet shit, the performances, and then doom,
right?
And then the arguments, and then the chaotic dialogue, and then the doom, and then the fight. Can you point me to the doom?
The baddies of the helicopters and the glass breaking and the fans, fan being thrown and all the objects.
Was crazy. I was like, who's knocking over a fan? This is, you know what? I feel like I'm all over the place because this is exactly how the trailer was.
Well, yeah, that's how it's going to be, right? So, like, obviously, they do such a fast job at the turnaround. It's actually incredible. Like, they're still filming. Yeah. Well, when this came out, they were basically still filming. While also dropping teasers.
Right.
And it's just, like, insane to me because I really do hope that, these editors are really getting
compensated
the compensation or I don't know what it is. It's actually quite fascinating because in reality, guys, that's a lot of footage and that's a lot of overtime.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm just very interesting stuff that I personally like to think about.
Yeah. So, of course, in the trailer, Natalie lets it known that they are going to be going to LA, Phoenix, Las Vegas, Dallas, and Orlando. And of course, you hear your Do Your Big One, I Do Your Big One song in the background. And so the first scene we see is kind of like Natalie, this dialogue between Natalie and Scotty. And I'm just so over it.
Yeah, 100%.
Why do we still, who's pushing for this?
Who else?
But why, when we've seen it so many times, I feel like everyone knows,
leave it alone.
Leave it alone at that. I feel like it's dead air at this point. Like, it's dead space. Like, there's nothing to talk about. Like, we know y'all have both disrespected each other, Natalie and Scotty. So, let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, I think that was also, a general, sentiment that I was reading in the comments was that, a lot of these people that have beef, we've already seen.
Yes.
We've already seen Natalie and Scotty time and time again.
Yeah.
We already seen Tink and
Cold Killer.
Yeah. We already seen
Lex and
Tink
Fauna.
and Summer. We already, well,
We didn't really see Tink and Summer.
when
no.
she slapped the shit out of her.
Yeah, but they didn't really, it seems like now they seem like they're going to have some serious back and forth, which we didn't really get because they seemed cool. Remember, Summer was like, I like Tinka. So, I mean, I don't know. It seems like now there's going to be some serious back and forth, but we've seen Lex and Fauna. Like, I feel like it's dead.
Fauna, right.
Like beating a dead horse, right?
Exactly.
But there are some that we haven't seen, right? We haven't seen Ivory and Pressure and like all these new people, Tavy and Pressure.
Ivory and Dolly finally get it in.
Right. They definitely do. And then, we also have the Baddies Gone Wild girls that are there. And then we have the cabaret girls that are there too. So I feel like that will give us a little bit of more difference a little bit.
I don't know. It feels very divided though.
It does, right?
Yeah,
it does.
Like the Baddies Gone Wild girls are gonna be with the Baddies Gone Wild girls.
Yes.
And then the cabaret girls are gonna be with the cabaret girls. And it's like, okay, so we just basically had like an invite collaboration on Instagram with Now That's TV.
Right.
And with Jocelyn's Cabaret.
Right. Literally.
It's so, and then with Baddies Gone Wild.
Right.
So weird.
So then we go into the next scene where Biggie is talking about how she's, it's no attacking Biggie for camera time or to be on the show anymore. And basically someone else is like, well, you mean baddies, period, because people just attack the baddies, period, no matter who you are. And like, that whole scene has a point, but it seems like from the trailer, Biggie's got herself in some shit this season that's coming out.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I really don't. What do you mean?
Well, you didn't hear what she said, that people think that she's setting people up.
Oh,
Tasiki,
no.
She's saying Tasiki brought her people, and people are saying Biggie brought her people, and Biggie and Tasiki are going through the whole thing. That's what you mean
with the Tasiki and Biggie thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, she definitely got into some shit with her and Tasiki. That's a fact. And it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. And it's crazy to think that it was all over Big Lex.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, it's terrible.
When Big Lex was like, came in many seasons after.
Yeah, it's just really wild because like they really were friends, but I guess industry friends. They weren't really friends like that. I'm not gonna hold you. Tasiki definitely looks sus doing that. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and I feel like, I don't know. I don't think Tasiki was ever Biggie's friend for real.
Agreed.
Real talk. So going back to like, what I get from Biggie in this trailer, it seems like Biggie's really in crossroads, but not really crossroads, but just like in conflicted situations, because we already know what happened between her and Tasiki, how they're no longer friends, right? After the reunion and after Biggie's been talking shit online on social media, Tasiki's been talking shit online, talking about put your paws up. Like, what?
Biggie performing without Tasiki and blocking her music.
Yes, right? There's been a lot of things happening. And then now what we get from the trailer, it seems like, big people are saying Biggie brought her people in. Biggie saying Tasiki brought her people in. Mariah feels set up by Biggie for some reason we don't understand. Other people, which this girl I don't know, is saying she feels like Biggie set everything up. And I want to go into some type of insight that we have. One of you guys that listen to the podcast faithfully by the name of Chelsea, you happened to hit us up on the Instagram. And you definitely reached out and you were like, hey, I love you guys podcast. The Baddies were filming Baddies USA Chapter 2 in Arizona recently. And my friend happened to get a few clips because he was at the same restaurant. And I figured, why not show y'all? So she was able to send us 2 clips, which is like basically like inside footage as to what was going on. So we are going to share that with you guys right now when it comes to Biggie and that sit down dinner scene and Mariah Lynn. So, shout out to you, Chelsea, for sharing this with us. It's much appreciated.
Deadass.
Sadity__C. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
We'll post it here.
__C. You get the point. All right, so I'm about to play the first clip now.
You're holding me. I can't defend myself. You're holding me. I can't defend.
So I don't know. It looks
got to
like
a fight.
It looks like Biggie got into a fight. It looks like Mariah Lynn is trying to break something up. I don't know what happened, but maybe that could have been from the scene where that girl said to Biggie, I feel like you set this whole thing up, right?
Yeah, someone's holding her back too. Who's holding her back there?
I don't know. Someone has red hair. Who is that? I have no idea who that is.
Mariah's
Mariah's
trying to
in
get to
there.
her.
Mariah's trying to break it up, it looks like. And then someone else, I don't know. They look like the person with red hair is trying to like break it up. But I don't know who that is because their back is turned. In the footage, their back is turned to me. But it looks like they're seated at a dinner and a fight broke out and Mariah is trying to break it up along with this other woman with the red hair. And Biggie is just like confused, like, you know, what's going on? But before the fight breaks out, there's another clip of them sitting down and talking. So I'm about to play that right now.
Right now,
When he was in Texas, that girl attacked me. Back in the day, my thing is, I don't know what she was. I don't know this girl from a hole in the wall. That was Tommy's friend.
Okay. So based off of what I see in this clip, you have Mariah Lynn, someone else I don't know, Tasiki, that's the woman with the red hair, that was Tasiki. Then you have another woman who I don't know. Then you have Biggie at the other end of the table. Biggie is basically saying, I don't know this girl from a hole in the wall. She attacked me for no reason. That was Tommy's friend. So I can only assume that that conversation was about Ciroc because it seems like they're continuing the same story from the last season, bringing it on to this season. So now going to the other footage where it clearly looks like Biggie had gotten into a fight with someone. We don't see the other woman that's fighting Biggie in that clip, but we do see Mariah Lynn and Tasiki try to break it up, and we kind of see the aftermath of them breaking it up. What I'm also going to assume and predict is that the second woman that we don't know, not the first one, the second woman that we don't know that clearly in the trailer said, I feel like you set this shit up to Biggie. I'm going to assume those two got into a fight. Because why would you say, I feel like Biggie set something up, and then all of a sudden we see this inside footage of Biggie getting into a fight?
Do you think those two girls that we don't know are Tasiki's friends? Because there was like kind of rumors or what is known that Tasiki brought her people on set and so did Tommy.
Right.
So do you think that might have been just Tasiki's goons that she brought in?
Probably because
who are they?
Biggie did say Tasiki brought her people this season.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
We did hear that in the trailer. So that probably could have been, you know, her people. I don't know. I really don't recognize them.
Kind of crazy how Zeus just be allowing people to come in and out. It's so fucking crazy. No boundaries.
No
for real.
boundaries. There is none. There is none. They're like, it's baddies. There's no boundaries, which is a problem. I feel like I get it. You want to be baddies, but I feel like there should be some type of structure, boundary, or something. So, you know, after that, we then see Summer and Dolly arguing, and Rolly's still trying to figure out why they don't want to be friends. Of course, they're doing their job. I get Rolly's doing her job, but we need to come up with a different storyline now because it's getting tiring. And then fucking Dolly said, you're a Baddies Her blogger, basically to Summer. And it's just a whole bullshit.
Yo, Dolly's so mad because Summer be just telling the truth.
Yeah, literally. And that's just what it is. Like, if that's what she wants to do, that's what she wants to do.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So now, after that, we see in this trailer Bro-rilla talking because somebody asked her, I think it was Rolly, like, why you do your sister like that online? Why you talking like that about your sister? And Bro-rilla's talking about she got on the internet and lied, and Bro-rilla is basically speaking her piece about the situation with Glorilla. However, I'm looking at this scene and I'm like, damn, you couldn't wait to get your moment.
Yeah, I couldn't wait, yo.
That's what it gave.
It don't give baddies when I turn to that one. Like, everything else is baddies. Then you see Bro-rilla.
No, like, literally. Like, what is this? Like, what's going on? Like,
Zeus wanted to get the clout so bad. That's really what's going on.
Yeah.
It feels like there is a grasp. There is, well, you know what? I'll save those thoughts for Patreon. But, you know, it's giving, you know, when someone's drowning, so they're just going to do everything at once because it's not working, or maybe deep down inside or behind the scenes, something's not really, you know, working. So like it looks big, but deep down the core, they're grasping and desperate. Yeah. That's what it feels like. Why do I see Cabaret, Baddies Gone Wild, Bro-rilla? It feels like all over the place.
Yeah, it feels very much all over the place, for sure. Feels very much all over the place.
Okay, so we get to hear Bro-rilla's side. And
yeah, we don't really care about that.
We're moving on.
And then Mariah Lynn's arguing with Biggie.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Yes.
And it's so confusing. Like, and this is why the way Mariah is arguing with her, she's mad at Biggie because I don't know. I'm just trying to piece shit together here based off of the insider footage, based off of what was said during the trailer. Seems like Mariah's upset with Biggie because maybe Biggie caused her to get jumped, which is what she said in that part where she was talking to Biggie. Like, she got into a fight, she got jumped, and now she's confronting Biggie. Maybe Biggie's the cause of it. Maybe Biggie didn't jump in, or maybe Biggie didn't help out, or maybe some stupid situation where Biggie just, maybe Mariah felt like she caused it. So we see that little scene, and I'm like, yo, Biggie's clearly getting into a lot of shit this season, it seems like.
It seems like the people that always sit pretty are getting into shit this season because, of course, when I was talking about Tasiki don't need a B no more, da-da-da-da, she gets pretty privileged, and sure enough, now she's putting in that work. But let's be real. Out of the seasons that she actually puts in work and she stirs up, like, she's actually involved in the drama, how many seasons has she been in? 5? I think 2 out of the 5, she actually does something.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, girl, it's too late. Like, I'm already over you. Like, I get, okay, you're going to stir up some drama online. We already know you're doing that because you've been boring this whole time. We know it's out of character of you to actually be in the drama. Yeah. Like, we know that. So it's like, when I see you do the most, it's giving forced because you need that paycheck.
You think it's giving forced this season, though, with Tasiki? I don't think so. I think people are just really coming for her this season, and now she's fed up, and she's like, all right, fuck it.
No, it's giving forced because if you're really a heavy hitter the way you say you are, why do you have your goons coming up to help you?
Well, maybe she again, we don't know what's going on, but from what it seems like, it seems like maybe she feels like she's gonna get set up, or they're trying to set her up.
By who? You're a heavy hitter.
What do you mean? If Tommy felt that way, if everyone felt that way, no matter what, like, of course she's going to feel that way either. Just because she's a heavy hitter, that doesn't make her any less threatened by the idea of getting set up. Like, that's crazy to say that she shouldn't feel threatened by getting set up because she's gotten jumped on there before. They let that shit happen. So, of course, she's going to want to bring her people now because it's like, we're not doing this. Because now I feel like everyone's coming for me. Then, of course, everybody's going to tell them, oh, yeah, sneaky bird in their ear, go for Tasiki because everyone wants to see her get upset, right? Because they know that that's ratings. So, of course, she's going to want to bring her people. Like, I feel like she has every right to feel maybe set up or threatened and want to bring her people. Just because she's a heavy hitter, that don't mean shit.
If that was the case, why did she do how many seasons before after she got jumped with Zeus Network without bringing anybody? Right. So what makes this season different?
I don't know. Because now you got Amber, you got Ciroc, you got all these people talking shit, you got Daisy. It's a lot of people coming for Tasiki this season. So, of course, it's like...
because she ain't do the work. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, guess what? Production's like, yo, you lazy. So, guess what? We're going to
Production's like,
not lazy. But, like, you're not doing nothing. A lot of the girls last season didn't do anything. Actually, for the last couple seasons, it felt boring, dry, especially from Tasiki. And that was everybody's feelings.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, she doesn't... Even before that, I was sticking up for Tasiki. Like, I'm like, because people always called her boring.
Right.
So if you're boring, when you're not acting boring, it's giving force, it's giving fake, it's giving for clout, for camera time.
I honestly don't think it's giving force. I think it has a lot of people coming for her this season. Unlike normal, usually it's either one person. It's usually one person. But this, it's like 4 people. Like, Jesus.
Curious to know what y'all think.
I don't know, but also there was leaked footage where Tasiki did try to storm the hotel where the girls do their confessionals trying to get to Ciroc, right? This footage had leaked where Tasiki's upset, talking about let her out. She talked all that shit. She said she was going to fight me on set and on site, and she didn't do her job. So now I'm going to make her do her job. And she crashes the Hilton where they do the confessionals, and she's trying to get in through the door. Security blocks her from getting in through the door. Producers are there. They're telling her she can't get in. She's trying to force herself in.
Don't be surprised if in the show, Ciroc is doing her confessional, and then you hear in the background her stop. And then, And then in a subtitle, to see keys outside trying to the drama. They be making
they may add that now just because you said that. They may add that now because I feel like they edit on the fucking fly.
They do.
They
How
edit
quickly
on the
they
fucking
do.
fly. Like, it's ridiculous.
They're fucking filming and editing at the same time.
No, literally. Like, no, for real.
That's the modern day.
Crazy.
Modern day, you fill in the blank.
Yeah. So now after that, we see fucking Lex and Fauna going off at each other. Where Lex is like, "Oh, so you maced me?" Fauna's like, "Yep." And then Lex attacks her. Mm-hmm. And now I'm just kind of like, what are we watching? Mm-hmm. Like, that's how I felt. I don't know. Just seeing Lex in the trailer, period, it was just giving like young nigga energy. Like, she not playing around with nobody no more. She the ultimate villain this season.
To be fair, and to do what I do best,
devil's advocate,
I will say it can change a person being betrayed by someone you thought was your closest friend. Yep. They was skipping down the fucking sidewalk talking about nothing could break us up with the three
model. Nobody's gonna take our job. Nobody's taking our job. Yeah. Like, okay.
Skipping, thinking she had the trio, thinking she had the squad. And then I can see how some are betraying her, or like if we're taking Lex's perspective as truth, right? Being betrayed to that depth on camera, I can see someone putting up this extreme wall and now fuck it. You guys, I'm going to be the bad guy no matter what. I don't trust nobody no matter what. Anyways, no one's here your friend.
Right.
And that's what causes that change in behavior, in my opinion, is all the deep betrayal, all the constant, just uncertainty in not only in the environment and the people you interact with, even producers. You don't know who to trust. Mm-hmm. So I can see how, Natalie and Scotty leaving Natalie's friendship for, choosing the man, that changes people in real life. Yep. In real life. And then the only difference is that most people can cut that other person off and move on with their lives. Yep. But in this show and in this company, you're all kind of bound together no matter what happens between y'all. Yeah. Which causes the drama.
Yeah, the other day I saw a post and it was Drita from Mob Wives getting interviewed. She was on a podcast and she was saying that, it was toxic as fuck being on that show because she was getting upset all the time. And, to her, it wasn't fake for her because people were really antagonizing her. And she said, I'm going to jail. Like, I'm going to bash someone's head in. I'm going to jail. And she even said, these were the best people to beat up because nobody calling the cops. Yeah. So, even her talking about it like that, you just know how toxic, reality TV environments can really make people.
And that's Mob Wives. So imagine Zeus Network.
And Mob Wives, she was getting tested. She felt like she was getting bullied, but people obviously didn't care because she was more strong and vocal. So they didn't care when she said that she was getting bullied. Of course, they wanted to get her reaction.
You have a show where nobody's calling the cops on anybody. Nobody's suing anybody.
Yeah.
That's why they're the best people in the world to beat up.
Was what we saw staged in any way, or was that what it was?
Mob Wives was so real. I was pissed when I found out other shows were not like ours. I literally, when we were in an office meeting, I begged them to make it fake. How about that? I said, but I couldn't take it anymore. I said, you guys don't understand how I am. You're lucky I'm not 18 years old. I'd be in jail for a long time. I'm fucking pacing my kitchen bro, this is bad. I want to smash everybody's fucking head through a window. I'm not like everybody else. I'm not okay with shit. Then I got to watch it. And I have a bad temper. And I don't I just do not deal well with being disrespected. I was bullied on TV for how many years? That's straight bullying. The only reason why people don't look at it like that is because I broke this one's ribs. I left the other one leaking. I'm brawling. But it doesn't change the fact that I was bullied for that long. So Mob Wives was super real. I lost crazy weight from stress. I was very unhappy. And every year I was like, I don't want to do this show. Like, I did not want to do it. The only thing like people don't understand is like when they're like, well, how could it be real if you're walking in the restaurant, obviously you know the person's there. Or maybe you don't, but they're like, the scene is here, 3:00. Then you go inside and that's it. They just let those cameras go. And the reason why Mob Wives is a phenomenon and everything is because you have a show where nobody's calling the cops on anybody. Nobody's suing anybody.
Yeah.
That's why they're the best people in the world to beat up.
Drita made fucking Mob Wives. Okay. please. So that was just a little tangent. But going back to the trailer, after that, we see Dolly and Ivory going at it. We see a bunch. I'm sorry, I could not keep up with these fast-paced clips.
And I know that the T pages definitely slowed it down.
They did.
I'm not gonna lie, I could have gone to break it down on each one and talked about it, but at the end of the day,
Right.
I feel like the sentiment is this for me.
Mhm.
Is that it don't matter what the fights are, because most of the time it's prefabricated, it's not real.
Mhm.
And I'd much rather, if it is real, I'd much rather get the context before I comment on the fighting.
Yeah, for sure. Like, we'll wait for the show. But some of the ones that I did catch, you know, we got Pressure, Fauna, whatever. We don't have to go into that.
You
right?
can name them. The verses.
Pressure, Fauna, Pressure, Tavy, Summer, Tank, Rolly, someone else. I don't know. Ivory, Pressure. Like, it's like,
You know, Pressure.
Pressure.
Yeah, I was going to say, this might be Pressure season because I know she came in pushing Pressure.
No, right.
And even, you know, she be talking in the interviews like, I was baddies before baddies. Like, you know, I paved the way. I'm the blueprint.
Yeah,
so,
she be talking her shit, yo. I feel like Pressure got pressure this season, it seems like.
It's so funny because I feel like there's certain girls that come in to the show and they create their lingo, right? Like, so Anna, no, was it Big Dominican? Big one, not the little one. That was Biggie. Then Anna, what is she?
Gra gra boom.
Gra gra boom.
Gra
Then you
gra
got
boom.
Coke Killer that goes.
Coke Killer. Oh, Usher.
Summer talking about all my mama.
Oh, my mama still pretty.
Still pretty though.
Stupid.
So I feel like Pressure is definitely going to be one of those baddies that comes in and says, yeah, babe. I hear that
Organic. It's not organic, babe.
Yeah, babe. It's so funny how there are some personalities that come in with their lingo.
Yeah, no, it's so true. It's so true. And now you have Tasiki and Amber, which looks like it's just going to be an infamous fight, right? Where Amber is knocked out, all right? I don't even have to.
On the floor.
She's on the floor.
Bloody with licking her blood off her finger. Like,
okay, we didn't need to do all that.
Doing that, yeah.
She was doing that?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
She was like that.
What? I didn't even see all that.
Yeah, she did.
You got Amber and some of the cabaret girls having their little beefs, and it's just crazy to me to see, because even before we even saw the trailer, Amber had went online and was like how Tasiki didn't do nothing and how she gave Tasiki the work.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the trailer and I'm like, girl, you're a liar.
Damn, maybe you never know. There might be another one. Who knows? One they didn't show.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I saw that trailer. I'm like, someone lied.
Completely eliminated everything she said.
I was like, bitch, what? You ain't shit. You lied. Like, so we see a lot of that. Rolly seems like she's getting into it with somebody. I don't know if that's Daisy. I don't know who that is. She's just yelling, and you know how Rolly is. Or she just started yelling, man. Sounding like Precious's mom or something, sounding mad abusive. So that's just that.
It's so funny going back to what you said about people changing. Every time I see Rolly, I'm like, wow, you used to be hard to look at.
Yo.
You what?
No, it's true.
It's true.
But it's crazy.
It's true.
Hard to look at. Used to be hard to look at.
She
girl.
did. Don't be making me sound like that.
You done blew up? Shit.
Well, went into operations and got it. But yeah, like now it's just like I hear her yelling and I'm like, it was always uglier when she was ugly. So it's like, it's still ugly, but it doesn't scare me as much, you know? Like,
I mean, overall, that's pretty much like our thoughts on the trailer in terms of just everything, the evolution, like you said, Rolly, how she's easier to look at now, the evolution of Rolly, Big Lex, all these girls, Biggie. It's really wild, you know?
Tasiki.
Yeah, Tasiki. Yeah,
Never mind. She ain't got no evolution.
I don't know.
She don't do enough for an evolution.
Anywho, so yeah, I really don't know. It's just interesting to see the change, right? From when you first started to now. And then to see just everything.
Even
like
Natalie and Scotty.
Yeah. I'm tired of their conversation. I feel like there's nothing to talk
Scotty
about.
really went from, and I run the South.
To the first lady.
The first lady with a baby. What?
Yeah, it's really
That's
wild.
an evolution.
Yeah, that's definitely an evolution.
She said, I'm going to step
Glow.
on anyone for my bag.
No, literally. And she did that. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, shit. That's pretty much it. That's all I have to say about this trailer.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you guys think in terms of predictions? Like, I've been seeing a lot of like BTS behind the scenes, people talking shit and, you know, hearing a lot of of course, about the physical aspects of it. But what do you guys think? Like, what is this going to be another boring season? Or are we going to have a little bit more? Because you did make a great point when you said it seems like the girls are divided.
Yes.
And I feel like that can really impact how well this season.
It already impacted chapter 1. Chapter 1 was supposed to be something greater, like the Avengers of Baddies.
Yes.
And it wasn't that.
Because they were too divisive.
They were exactly. The format doesn't allow for that feeling because the Avengers were together. You know what I mean? Like them being in separate hotel rooms, certain people coming in and out whenever they want. Like Stunner Girl's is there as not a baddie, as a performing artist.
Yeah.
Like, you know, all these things. And it's like it had potential chapter 1 and it flopped.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna carry on that same format, which it looks like they have, you know, it doesn't feel like it's gonna do what the trailer makes you feel like it's gonna do.
Yeah, the trailer is always so good.
Yeah.
And then when you see it, it's like, you know.
Exactly.
So we're gonna have to wait. But I did want to talk about something because you know the baddies is always wearing Fashion Nova and shit, right? They always wear motherfucking Fashion Nova. Now let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Which one do you think has better quality, Fashion Nova or Shein?
Oh my God. You really want me to say that?
Yes. Which one has better quality, Fashion Nova or Shein?
I would have to say, in my opinion, I'm going to go with Fashion Nova.
Okay, I agree too.
Okay.
So now with that being said, which baddie is most likely to be Fashion Nova or Shein? Which baddie is most likely to be Fashion Nova or Shein? All right. So let's start at the top of the list.
Oh, there's a list?
There's a list. All right. So DTB.
Oh, she Fashion Nova.
Fashion Nova.
Hell yeah.
Natalie Nunn.
Oh, Fashion Nova.
Nova.
Balenciaga, bitch. She ain't even on Fashion Nova.
All right. This one's going to be a little hard.
Okay.
Big Lex.
She's giving I shop at both.
Yes, she is giving I shop at both,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Whatever makes it cute.
Right.
You know,
but
piece
in
here
terms
and a
of
piece
energy,
there.
in terms of energy, are we getting Shein or Fashion Nova?
She came in as Fashion Nova. I think she's stepping down to Shein.
Really? You think so?
The spitting got me at Shein. Hey, we love Shein.
Right. I love Shein, but like when we're talking about quality, we already know. We discussed that. Fashion Nova has better fabrics, okay, than Shein. So with that being said, let's go on to the next baddie. Let's go on to the next baddie. Bad Dolly.
You answering too?
Shein!
Yeah.
Shein! Okay, Summer. Shein!
Yeah,
Shein! Come on now. Shein! But Dolly do be shopping at Shein though.
I got one. What about E.T.?
E.T. Shein.
Oh.
Shein.
Okay.
Shein.
Aw.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Mariah Lynn.
Fashion Nova.
Okay.
Mariah Lynn, Fashion Nova. As much shit as we talk, Fashion Nova.
Tasiki.
Why is this kind of hard? I don't know why this is hard.
She said Pretty Little Liars.
Pretty Little Liar. No, Pretty Little Thing.
Oh,
no, that's
yeah,
cheaper
yeah.
than Shein in my opinion.
Oh, okay.
That's cheaper than Shein. Tuskegee, I would say Fashion Nova. Yeah, Fashion Nova. Tinkerbella.
Sheen.
Yeah, Sheen for sure. Big Gretch.
Sorry, sis.
Sheen. But Scotty. Fashion Nova.
Fashion Nova.
Come on.
Hell
Fashion
yeah.
Nova.
Balenciaga at this point.
Balenciaga. Louis V.
Yeah.
Dior. Van Cleef.
Right.
All right, I'm done. I ain't naming no more
That's
fucking
it.
baddies.
It's
That's
done.
it, yo. That's it.
Yo.
Oh man. But whoever you guys want to know in the comments, definitely drop your name of which baddie you think is which. If they Sheen or Fashion Nova, drop the comments. Let us know because this shit is mad fucking funny. All right? Shit.
Oh my God, that was fun.
That was fun.
That was fun.
Okay, well, that pretty much concludes this episode now, y'all. You have anything you want to say before we go?
No, I'm this was fun. I enjoyed this podcast episode.
This was fun.
I'm excited to just get into the Patreon stuff. So again, don't forget, guys, we have a Patreon.
Yeah.
Go help us out. Donation, anything matters on us. Anything counts. You know.
Basically, we do have our $5 tier, which is like vlogs, BTS. Anytime we go to those like events that the baddies are having, you guys get to see that. However, the $10 tier gets the early access as well as the tea, as well as deleted scenes.
Yeah.
Which is like really huge.
And we are working to post more, because at the end of the day, we get it. We really do take y'all into consideration.
Yeah.
Want to give you everything worth what we would feel is worth your money.
For sure.
So again, we appreciate it always.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for being a part of the Petty Insiders.
On Patreon, yes!
On Patreon, the Petty Posse.
And the Petty Crash Out.
And the Petty Crash Outs on
Period.
YouTube. Thank you guys for always supporting us. It really, truly means a lot.
Yes. And with that being said, where can they find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram. That's JESSI.strange. And where can they find you, Tiana?
You guys can find me on Instagram at its.tianalog. You guys can find us on Instagram at
The Petty Headquarters.
You guys can find us on YouTube, Patreon, and all podcast platforms at The Petty Headquarters. All right. We release episodes weekly, y'all.
Yes.
With that being said, this was your weekly dose of mess.